Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to Executing My Exodus Ministries Freedom Fridays with your host, which is myself, Ashley D. Listen, this is the day that the Lord has made, and we shall rejoice and be glad in it. I hope you all are excited just as much as I am for God to wake you up one more day, for you to have another opportunity to make it right with Him. So we are grateful and we are elated to see one more beautiful Friday. But listen, I just want to give you a few words of encouragement that the Lord placed in my spirit actually the past couple of weeks that I just kind of need to process and before I delivered it to you. So as you all know, if you've been following EME's theme for the entire month of April is April showers. When it rains, it pours. And so this morning I want to talk about how the rain cultivates us, the cultivation of rain. So when we think about it, oftentimes when we hear April showers, when it rains, it pours, we have the negative connotation that everything that we're going through, all of the things that we have going on, sometimes it seems like we have more responsibilities than we have time to fulfill them. And it just seems like we can't catch a break. We're just barely keeping our heads above water. But I want you to flip that negative connotation into a positive one. And that is knowing that these April showers are cultivating you. They are stretching you. Now, rain comes as a form of method for you to be nourished, for you to be cleansed, for you to be refreshed, for you to become better than you actually was before. And so as we are experiencing these April showers, I want you to keep in mind that you're being cultivated, you're being stretched. And normally it's always being stretched beyond your normal capacity. And that's specifically because the Lord is preparing you for the next dimension. You know, oftentimes we pray and say, Lord, I want this. Lord, I want that. Lord, I want to experience this. Lord, I have these goals. I have these achievements. I have these things that I want you to bring to pass for me. Not realizing that we may be like literally ill prepared for it. We may not have exactly what we need in order to handle them. And oftentimes, God, He wants to give them to us, but we're not in the space to receive them. We're not cultivated enough. And so sometimes He has to bring these April showers to cleanse us, to refresh us, to stretch us. Oftentimes me and Alexis always say, sister, stretch. We are being stretched beyond our normal capacity. And even in this season, especially me and Alexis, if I can be transparent, we can tell you who we were 3 years ago is the total opposite of who we are now. And because that we have been able to realize, we're understanding that the Lord has stretched us these past couple of years. Some of the things, even now, being able to do these videos, even now be able to minister to somebody who might need me to minister to them. There's so many things that I would have never thought that I would have been able to do. But because God has showered this rain, because He has taken me through these April showers and stretched me beyond capacity, I now have the capability to be able to minister to somebody, to be able to sit in front of you and give you words of encouragement. I would have never thought I would have been able to do this. So listen, I want you to know that these April showers are not just to give you a negative connotation that, you can barely keep your head above water because you have so many things to do, but it's also to give you a positive connotation that He is stretching you beyond your capacity. He is stretching you beyond what you normally do. And you have to be stretched. You have to be refreshed. You have to be nourished. You have to be cleansed if you want to be able to step into the next dimension. You can't go into this next dimension doing the same things, saying the same things, operating the same, just going through the same patterns, but you have to be able to walk differently, talk differently, move differently, so you don't mishandle the next dimension. So on this beautiful Friday, I'm not here to keep you long. I want you to know these April showers are cultivating you. They are stretching you. And so I want you to keep in mind that the Lord is preparing you for what's next. So even when you're going through these April showers, when you feel like, God, I don't know why you taking me through this, keep in mind, keep in the positive thought that the Lord is just preparing you for what's next. And He doesn't want you to mishandle what it is that he has for you. He doesn't want you to mishandle what it is that you're praying to him about. He doesn't want you to mishandle it because you're ill prepared. So keep in mind that you're just being stretched. You're being cultivated. You are being stretched beyond your capacity. You are being nourished. You are being tended to. You are being challenged. There's some things a lot of us are doing in this season that we never thought we would be able to do. But he is putting us in the position in order to stretch us. And so instead of complaining about it, embrace it and say, okay, God, I don't know what it is you're doing or what you have me doing in this season, but I know you are preparing me for the next level. You are preparing me for the next dimension. And so, God, I'm grateful and I'm thankful for all of the opportunities, all of the places you are putting me in, because it's letting me know that you are about to move me forward in my purpose and my destiny that you have strategically designed for me. So on this beautiful Friday, if you don't hear anything else that I said, know that when you have your April showers, when it rains, it pours, you are being cultivated. You are being stretched beyond your capacity. And it may hurt. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna be uncomfortable. You're gonna be like, Lord, I don't know what you're doing. I would have never thought you would have taken me through this. But know that you are being prepared. You are being cultivated. You are being stretched. You are being tended to in order to be fully prepared for the next level. It may not have been your turn a year ago, but this year in 2023, it's your turn. So get ready for the next dimension. As we said, April showers bring May flowers, but in order for those flowers to bloom, you have to be nourished, you have to be cultivated, you have to be cleansed, you have to be refreshed, you have to be tended to. So although this may be an uncomfortable season right now, just know it's your turn. And you are being stretched, you are being cultivated beyond your capacity so you don't mishandle what's next. So on this beautiful Friday, I hope something was said to encourage you, encourage your hearts, and even shift your posture to these April showers. And I hope you have a beautiful and blessed Friday. Thank you for tuning in and to Executing My Exodus Ministries Freedom Fridays with your host, which is myself, Ashley D. God bless you.